My brothers and sisters, on behalf of the Catholic Church, I apologize for the pain experienced by those minors who have been sexually abused by priests. It is a betrayal of trust to the victims, their families, and all Catholics. We have released the names of those priests who have a substantiated allegation of sexual abuse of a minor while in the Diocese of Des Moines. There are 9 priests identified on the list. All but 2 names, both of whom are now deceased, have previously been shared publicly. The entire list can be found on our website at dmdiocese.org, along with additional information about other categories of priests against whom some form of allegation has been received. In establishing this list, the diocese reviewed all files of living and deceased priests looking for records documenting abuse claims. This important work was conducted by the Diocesan Allegation Review Committee, a consultative body of mostly non-church personnel with expertise in law, criminal justice, and mental health. My hope is that the action of releasing this list will be an important milestone for some who have been affected by abuse. I also pray it encourages any additional victims to come forward and that it helps with public trust. We cannot change what has happened. We can only hold steadfast in our vow to ensure a safe future for all the members of our faith family, in particular, our very precious youth and young adults. Repentance without reform is not adequate. That is why the Church has spent nearly 2 decades implementing new processes based on the Charter for the Protection of Children and Young People developed by the U.S. bishops. The Des Moines Diocese has instituted background checks for members of our clergy and ongoing training for church employees and volunteers and children. Additionally, we have a zero-tolerance policy in place for substantiated cases of sexual abuse of a minor or vulnerable adult. 1 strike and you're out. If an accusation comes to us, our first action is to contact law enforcement and for the Church to take action only after its work is done. We have not had a substantiated allegation of sexual abuse of a minor in real time by a cleric since 1997. One of the prime reasons why victims come forward is that abuse not happen to others. With the strong and effective measures that have been undertaken in our diocese, our hope is that we are honoring our victims and entering into a new era which began some 30 years ago. Going forward, we pledge to acknowledge our shortcomings, pray for forgiveness, and continue on our established path of effective reform, transparency, openness, and accountability. This is an important moment for our diocese and our church. I ask that you join me in holding the victims, their families, and loved ones in your hearts and in your prayers, and join me in also working to eliminate such activity not only in the church, but all society. Thank you. May you and your families enjoy God's abundant blessings.